Hey there, fellow nature wanderers. If you're like me, you love spending time outdoors, breathing in that fresh air and connecting with the natural world. But at home, have you ever thought about what's in the products you use every single day? That's why I'm excited to share Apple Valley Natural Soap with you. Their handcrafted all-natural soaps are made with organic ingredients, essential oils, and no harsh chemicals. Awesome! So they're not only great for your skin, but they're safe for the planet. And they don't just stop at soap. Apple Valley Natural Soap also carries a full line of natural skincare products, including shampoos, body butters, facial bars, and more. All designed to nourish your skin without synthetic ingredients. You can't beat that. That's just awesome. Whether you're hiking in the woods or just winding down after a long day, their products bring a little bit of nature right into your home. And the best part? By supporting Apple Valley Natural Soap through The Nature Wanderer, you're also supporting this podcast. Just head to the show notes and click on the link for Apple Valley Natural Soap. So go ahead, treat yourself and the environment to something better. Your skin and Mother Nature will thank you. Now let's get on with our adventure. Hello, fellow nature wanderers. Welcome to the podcast. Paul here. I am your host today, and I am just out relaxing. I found a nice, comfortable log to sit on in the sunshine. I'm just soaking in that beautiful sunshine. It's just been crazy lately. I mean, things have been real hectic. I took on a long-term substitute teaching position at a local middle school, and it was supposed to only be 3 weeks, and it ended up being more like 6 weeks. And not the teacher's fault, but it's her doctor's fault, which is fine with me. I enjoyed the kids, I enjoyed teaching. When I get into long terms, which I prefer over like a one-day assignment, where I feel like I'm babysitting, but the long terms, I get to actually teach. Yeah, I was actually teaching, which is something that I always have enjoyed. So it's been crazy though, because it's every single day I had to make plans, not just teach the plans, but I had to, make some of the plans myself. So I've been doing a lot of planning. I've been on the computer a lot. I've been, constantly doing emails, and besides that, it's springtime. I've been trying to get some new merit badges. If you don't know, I also have some online merit badges for the Scouts, and I've been putting some new ones together for, that, and that's taken a lot of time, a lot of research, a lot of recording, a lot of video recording. And then it's like when I want to unwind in the evening, I grab my book and I start falling asleep because I'm so tired, so I turn the TV on. More electronics for me. Yay! So it just, I don't know, I just feel like I've been bombarded lately with electronics. I've been busy, I've been going crazy, and it made me realize that I need to get away. I need to just get away from it all. So that's why I'm out here, and yes, I know. Instead of just sitting here relaxing, which I did for a while, and after I record this, I'm going to do it a little longer too. I decided to just come out and unplug. And that's the first question I have for you is, when was the last time that you unplugged? I mean, truly unplugged and disconnected from your electronics totally and plugged into nature instead. Yeah, connected with nature instead of connecting with a computer or a phone or, any of these electronics, or even your job, or with stressful things in your life and the to-do list. And, when was the last time you unplugged from all that and you plugged into nature? Can you think of it? I know, it's probably been a while. Yeah, well, I'll give you a second here to think about it. So do you have an answer for me? When was the last time that you truly unplugged from all the electronics? I'm not talking about when you go to bed at night, and I'm sure you probably have your clock there and your TV right next to the bed, ready to pick it up first thing in the morning. I don't know how people do that. I can't. I can't. No, I don't look at my phone until probably at least an hour after I'm up. I have to get myself out of bed, showered, teeth brushed. I go down and do my yoga, do my stretches, usually make myself a cup of tea, and that's when I'll finally check to see if I have any messages or emails. But yeah, it usually takes me a while. I don't understand how people can just get out of bed and grab their phone right away. But anyhow, when was the last time that you got away from it all? Got away from all the electronics and connected with nature instead? So, unplugging from the electronics and plugging into nature. When was the last time? Can you remember? Hopefully it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, electronics are a part of our lives these days. I understand that. We depend on them a lot. We depend on our cell phones. We depend on our computers. I know I do. I do, a lot. But unfortunately, it takes us out of nature. Yeah. I even see people hiking all the time with music playing, or their headphones are on. It's like, you can't hear the birds. I'm listening to the birds. I'm actually not too far from a creek, and we've had a lot of melting snow, and so the creek is running pretty good, and there's waterfalls I'm hearing in the distance. It's a little bit too far for the mic to pick up, I think. I don't know, maybe you can hear it, but so I'm listening to that. I'm listening to the birds every once in a while, and it's like, yeah, I'm enjoying myself out here. I needed this. I needed to get disconnected from the electronics, other than my recorder here and my cell phone with my notes on it. But as soon as I'm done with this episode, I'm just turning everything off and I'm just relaxing. But we need to do this more often. I don't know if you've ever heard of nature deficit disorder. Yeah, it was Richard Louv who coined that term, nature deficit disorder. And basically it's separating ourselves from nature. And we have done that as a society. We have separated ourselves from nature. And it has caused a lot of health issues, both physical and mental. It's been proven scientifically how connecting with nature does help you. I've done episodes on it before, and I'm sure I'll do more in the future on it. Nature deficit disorder, we just have disconnected ourselves from the natural world, and it's making us sick. So we need to take these breaks every once in a while from nature. And I'm giving you an opportunity here, and actually it's not me giving you the opportunity, I'm just letting you know about an opportunity that's out there. And I hope you'll join me this weekend for this. It's Saturday evening. I'll tell you a little bit more about it in a minute, but I want to tell you a little bit about where this came from. It's what we call Earth Hour. If you go to their website, you can find out more about it. I'm basically going to tell you pretty much everything you need. I'll put a link in the show notes to it as well. But Earth Hour is basically a global environmental movement. It started back in 2007 with basically a symbolic Lights Out event. And it was to raise awareness about climate change. And also, remember, Lights Out, climate change, and energy conservation. Yeah, they usually go hand in hand. So save energy by turning the electronics off, turning the lights out. And it was actually launched by the Worldwide Fund for Nature, and also a guy known as Leo Burnett Sydney. Yeah, in Sydney, Australia. Imagine that. Last name's Sydney, and he's from Sydney, Australia. He actually came up with this idea and teamed up with the Worldwide Fund for Nature. It started on March 31st, 2007. And it was well advertised. It was just like get out there, turn the electronics off, turn the lights off, and just start connecting with nature again. And believe it or not, 2.2 million homes and businesses in Sydney, Australia, turned off their lights for 1 hour. So the symbolic lights out event actually got that many people its very first year. You knew it was a success. You knew people understood. It's like, yeah, we really do need to disconnect from the electronics. So, well, anyhow, the event, it really grew quick, and it gained international attention because so many people took part in this. And in 2008, Earth Hour actually expanded to more than 35 countries. So it only took a year. And it was in 35 countries, 400 cities, and some major landmarks around the world started going dark in support of the cause. I'll mention some of the landmarks a little bit later, but and since then, Earth Hour it's grown. Now it's a global movement, not just a small movement. It's a global movement, and millions of people in more than 190 countries are participating now, every single year. It's held every year, not on a certain date, but on a certain day. So it's always the last Saturday of March, and it goes from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. local time. And you're wondering, well, what do you mean local time? My local time? Their local time? Yeah, it's not the same hour all across the globe. No, it's 8:30 to 9:30 wherever you live. So people in California, they're doing it later than I'm doing it here in New York. So it's your local time. Now, I said that it started as a symbolic action to raise awareness about climate change and energy conservation. Well, it's evolved over the years. And now it's evolved into a much more broader initiative. It's encouraging environmental sustainability now. Also conservation efforts like it originally did. And hopefully some policy changes worldwide to help our planet. And hopefully some policy changes to make people start being more energy conscious. I mean, we do use a lot of energy throughout the world. So this became not just a larger effort, worldwide effort, but it also gained in its purpose, its goal. So it's still about the same goal of, raising awareness about climate change and conservation, but it has other goals now too. It's basically bringing people's awareness to, hey, we need to start taking care of our planet. I mean, today, Earth Hour it's about more than just turning off lights. I mean, it's a call to action, for individuals, businesses, and governments too, to take steps towards a sustainable future. And the event has also expanded to include highlighting issues like biodiversity loss, deforestation, renewable energy, all these things that were kind of in the background of the initial goal, but it's expanded to let people know that these things are affecting climate change and time to start doing something. And it's also expanded in how people celebrate it, I guess you could say, or take part in it. I mean, it used to just be, hey, turn the lights off for an hour. And that was what the original one was. The first Earth Hour was to turn the lights off. Whether it was your business, whether it was a monument, whether it was your house, just turn the lights off. Now, I mean, people have turned it into an hour of giving back to nature and getting back to nature as well. Planting trees, reducing waste, advocating for climate policies. Of course, I do all that on my computer, so I don't do it during Earth Hour. So, I mean, all these things have become a part of the Earth Hour movement, you can say. Now, I did say that there were several landmarks, worldwide landmarks, that do celebrate Earth Hour by turning the lights out. They go dark, and which I think is a great idea, because then people are like, whoa, why is the Eiffel Tower going dark? I came here to get pictures, why did it go dark? And they will research and they'll find out about Earth Hour, and hopefully they'll be a part of it next time. So anyhow, some of the major landmarks that do go dark: the Eiffel Tower, Sydney Opera House. Hey, it all started in Sydney, so they still do participate. The Sydney Opera House, which everyone knows, very iconic on the waterfront. In England, Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament, they both go dark during Earth Hour. In Italy, the Colosseum, the Pyramids of Giza. If you're not familiar with it, hopefully you are. I'm sure you've seen pictures of the Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil. Tokyo Tower in Japan. Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world, in Dubai. That goes dark. Table Mountain in South Africa. And of course, yes, the U.S. does participate. You're probably thinking, it's like, okay, I'm hearing all these landmarks from other countries. Is the U.S. that bad that we don't participate in Earth Hour? No, we do too. Okay, in the U.S., the Empire State Building actually goes dark on Earth Hour. The Golden Gate Bridge goes dark during Earth Hour. The Space Needle in Seattle, Washington. Some of the Times Square billboards actually go dark. I know. Imagine that. Times Square. So busy there. All these billboards. Yeah, they go dark. Not all of them, but most of them do. And usually, the White House. Yeah, the White House will turn off non-essential lights. I mean, they have to worry about security, but non-essential lights, they will turn off for that hour. Usually. I won't get into that, but okay. Why? Why this whole unplugging? Why turn out the lights? Why unplug for nature? There's a couple of reasons why, this is important to do, why this became such a big movement, why we should participate. First of all, light pollution. I go in my backyard. Before, when I went in my backyard, when I lived in my old house, and out in the country, I mean, you go outside and you could go stargazing. You could see, it was so dark out there. It was beautiful at night. You could see all the stars, and you had no light pollution, except for the lights I had from my house. But when I turned all those off, you could watch a meteor shower with no problem. Now I live in a small community in suburbia, and so I've got houses all around me. I wish my neighbors would turn off their front lights, but I understand it's for security reasons. I don't have outside lights on, not at nighttime. It's a safe neighborhood. I feel safe. But anyhow, light pollution doesn't just annoy me, it annoys the wildlife, It actually affects wildlife. Migratory birds, they get confused when they see all these lights on in the city. So they get confused with it. Birds have run into windows at nighttime because the lights are on. So it's good at nighttime. Close your curtains, turn the lights off in a room if you can't close your curtains. Because migratory birds get confused, nesting birds, mating birds, they all get confused when the lights are on. Nocturnal animals, they're confused too. They now are more susceptible to predators because the predators can see where they are because of all the lights are on. So they used to depend on the darkness for their protection. The animals that hunt at night, their eyes are adjusted to see in the dark, not in the light. So all this light pollution does affect the animals, and the insects too. Insects, they're attracted to lights. I've talked about this before in an episode, so I'm not going to get into it too deeply, but it confuses them. Yeah, it confuses them. That's why they go to the light, and it often confuses them to the point where they don't know what to do, don't know where to fly. They're flying upside down. They're, falling to the ground. They get eaten by predators because they're easy to find. Yeah, so it really does affect them, the light pollution. And of course, turning out the lights and electronics and basically unplugging completely. That helps the environment. It's energy conservation. I'm sure you've heard that term before, energy conservation. If you reduce electricity, it helps the planet. Where's your electricity coming from? I know here in Western New York, everyone thinks, oh, we got the Niagara power plant. We have Niagara Falls right in our backyard, and that's great, but a lot of that electricity gets, rerouted to downstate New York and to other states and Pennsylvania. Yeah, and in Western New York here, no. We have a coal-fired power plant that generates a majority of our electricity. So, yeah, the more electricity you use, the more coal they have to use to fire this power plant, and coal is not a clean energy source. It's polluting the environment. And you may say, well, I live in an area where we don't have a coal-fired power plant. We have nuclear. It's like, well, nuclear waste is no better. Where are you putting that when it's at its, quarter life and they can't use it anymore? Oh, boy, yeah. We do not generate electricity very well in this country. So if you have and you have green energy, that's great. I mean, I used to have solar panels and a windmill, and I was like 3/4 off the grid for the entire year. So that's great if you can do that, but most people can't, or they don't. And so, the energy that we're using is polluting the environment. So please, if you can, conserve energy. And this brings people's attention to it, even if it's for an hour. If thousands, millions of people do it just for 1 hour, can you imagine how much electricity that saves? That's big time energy conservation. And of course, there's also health benefits to disconnecting, to unplugging. I stress a lot how getting out in nature helps you. It's been scientifically, medically proven that getting out in nature, going for a hike in the woods, getting away from the electronics, getting away from all the hustle and bustle of life, all of that helps people. It helps you both mentally and physically. People are so stressed out these days. And a lot of it is because, we put too much on ourselves. There's a lot going on in the world. Stressful times right now. But it's, if you can just unplug for a while, get out in nature. That's what I was doing today, is just getting out and unplugging. I'm just watching the world go by right now. Just basking in the sunlight. Yeah, the sun's just beating down on me here. Use sunscreen. Okay, even though it's springtime, use sunscreen. I know, I've had skin cancer a couple times now. Use sunscreen. I do now, but before I didn't. So I've got a challenge for you. Hopefully, being a challenge, you'll take me up on it. Yeah, usually if someone challenges me, it's like, oh, okay, I'll take up that challenge. This is an easy one, so don't panic. Just spend Earth Hour doing something with nature, outside. Or at least without screens, without electronics. Unplug from your phone, turn it off so that you're not even tempted by the little buzzing to see who's sending you a message. Tell them that they should be celebrating Earth Hour. Got a woodpecker pecking behind me here. I challenge you. Get outside. Unplug from nature. Get outside. Go without screens. Go without electronics. And you're probably wondering, what am I going to do for that hour? Grab a candle. Read a book by candlelight. Or maybe stargaze. Hopefully it's a clear night. Just do some stargazing. Light pollution actually impacts seeing the night sky. where I live now, like I said, I'm in the community, and it's like you look outside and you can almost see a glow in the sky. And I'm probably about a half hour from Buffalo. I don't know if it's from Buffalo or if it's from, I don't know what it's from, but yeah, so we do get a glow around, and it's like hard to see the sky. Maybe take a silent night walk and listen to all the nocturnal critters out there. Maybe you'll hear some owls calling, maybe the frogs. There's a lot of nocturnal animals out there. So get out and take a short hike. Make sure you have a way of knowing your footing. It's supposed to be pretty bright, I think. I think we're on the downside. We already had our full moon. We're on the downside from the full moon here. So, but just make sure you do it cautiously. If you need to have a flashlight, I know it's not unplugging, but just do it safely. So maybe you want to take a silent night walk and listen to the critters of the night. Maybe do some storytelling. Have a small campfire, and do some storytelling around the campfire, or a candle. Have a soy candle, not wax, environmentally unfriendly. And maybe just do some nature journaling. Maybe talk about your nature experiences. Share your favorite time in nature. Come up with some topics beforehand, especially if you have a family. It's a lot of fun to do. The little kids love getting into that sort of stuff. Maybe do some mindfulness in nature. Just sit outside and just soak it all in. That's what I'm doing after I finish this episode. I'm just going to sit here and just soak it all in. Just enjoy the nature, the sound of the waterfall over the ridge here, not too far from me. I've been hearing the birds, the woodpeckers. Just soak it all in. So these are all different things that you can do in that hour. I know it's hard to believe that we have trouble figuring out, what do I do in this hour? I've got an hour without my phone. I got an hour without my computer. I may actually have to stop and take it all in and relax and enjoy. And wouldn't that be great? Maybe if you do this Earth Hour challenge with me and you just totally unplug, maybe you'll realize that you should do it more often, and hopefully you will do it more often. And it's not, like I said, it's not just turning the lights out, it's also unplugging from all the electronics. So that's my challenge for you. Hopefully you will take it on. If you do me a favor, share your experience on social media with me. You can use the hashtag NatureWander or the NatureWander, either one, and keep an eye out for them. Or you can just use some other unique hashtag, and if you want, you can go on my social media and attach it to a post. I'm going to post about Earth Hour after the event and let everyone know what I did and how much I enjoyed it. And I'll let you, go on to the comments section and post some pictures maybe, or, oh, you can't do that. You won't have your phone. Oh, no. But just, comment. Let me know what you did. So I'm encouraging you to do that. Hopefully you will. So anyhow, I'd like to encourage you, please take small steps. First of all, take part in Earth Hour, and then after that, still unplug for a little bit each and every day. Maybe switch to energy efficient lighting if you haven't already. Reduce overall screen time. My phone tells me, it's like, oh, this week you spent this much screen time. And so I try to cut it back it's almost like the phone's challenging me. I'm sure that they're saying, hey, you didn't do enough, but to me it's like telling me, hey, you did a lot of screen time. You might want to cut back on the screen time. So I'm really encouraging you to do these things for your health, for the environment's health, for the planet's health, for your sanity. It's a good thing to do. So I'd like to leave you with this thought. Just 1 hour in the dark can illuminate a whole new way of seeing the world, I encourage you, please, wander into the night and listen to what nature has to say. I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. I hope you'll participate in Earth Hour with me. And I hope you'll start doing some energy conservation and connecting with nature more every day in your life. It's really important. I look forward to talking to you again next week. Invite your friends to join us for these exciting adventures through nature. And if you'd like to support the podcast, look at the show notes. I'll also have links to Earth Hour in the show notes and maybe some ideas of things you can do during Earth Hour. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great day, and above all, keep exploring the nature around you. Hello, friends. I hope you're out wandering through nature, exploring the natural world around you. Do you enjoy writing about your wanderings? Nature journaling is an awesome, fun way to remember all the adventures you have taken and how you felt during those journeys. If you're looking for some beautiful journals to keep track of all your wanderings, I have several available on Amazon, including some guided journals for children. Start your journey in journaling by clicking on the link in the show notes. Keep exploring the nature around you and keep journaling all your wanderings.